Hey, how you doing? This is from my last video that I put up, Puffball, and I just wanted to clear something up here. I want you to understand this is not a star that I zoomed in on that's, out of focus or anything. It's from a video, actually, and I'm going to show you about a nanosecond of that video so you'll understand that that's where it came from. And that was it right there. So anyway, that is a screen grab of a video. And this is what I want to talk about and show you today. Here is this object. But first off, today is Memorial Day, so be sure and, have some respect and honor the people that died in the process of giving your freedom and your rights to you, no matter what your opinion is. Without them, you wouldn't be allowed to express it. So thanks to them throughout the entire year, and God bless the families of those people they lost. Anyway, this particular object here, this is a screen grab from a video that I have of it. I wanted to point out a couple of interesting aspects to this thing here. I think this area right here could well be a torsion field generated by whatever this is. These could be too. I don't claim to know that that's exactly what they are, but a black hole, for instance, is a rather large torsion field generator, as far as I understand them to be. But something else I wanted to point out here is the construct of this thing here. Just like in a fuselage of an aircraft, we've got ribs to it, and then in between there's a fabric, or what they call a skin, usually made out of aluminum or cloth. So this covering in between these ribbed areas here, Lord knows what they're made out of. Could be some kind of metamaterial, or who knows what else, but it does resemble some of the things that Robert Bigelow has been constructing for, NASA. I'm not saying that he has anything to do with this, but anytime you build something with a skin or a fabric on it, you've got to have a ribbed area to support that fabric in between. So I'm going to show you a video of this thing. It's only 20 seconds long about, and the reason for that is it stopped picking up the image after a while. And at the end of this, I've got a infrared video that'll show you exactly why that happened. So this video here is about 3 minutes long, but I'm only going to show you about 20 seconds of it. And I apologize that it's so shaky, but what can you do? Some of us are getting old. So anyway, you see how it's kind of fading out there? And then the light meter on that particular camera stopped picking it up. So now what you're looking at is a series of screen grabs from that short 20-second video that you just watched. And you can see the rib construction in it. You can see the color change. I mean, all of these are from that short video clip. And goodness sakes, look how many changes it's going through and how fast. Now that one right there, hang on, back up. Wait, I don't know how to do this stuff very well. Hang on a second. That right there, it kind of looks like Santa Claus's hat or something, doesn't it? But I mean, right down here at the bottom, you can really see this opening. I have to assume that it is. And, that's where I think the torsion field generator might be located, or it might be that area right there could be affected by the internal torsion field generator. So I don't claim to know how all that stuff works, but seeing is believing, I guess. And watch this change right here happen real fast. boink, it changes into that. I mean, what in the world does that? You know what I'm saying? Incredible. Sometimes there is a what appears to be like a stem sticking out in some areas, kind of makes it look like an apple or something like that. And other times it looks like it's caved in that particular area. Like I said, like there's a vacuum or something going on of some kind. But it is really affecting the surface of whatever that thing is. And if you look close, like I said, you can see, what appears to be a ribbed construction of that thing. And this here is, yeah, shaky, I know, but I had both cameras mounted on the same tripod. So I'm trying to get the other camera going and get this zeroed in so I can start, getting a little bit more steady on it. But you see how bright it is right here? This is when the other camera was picking up the object. That's where all the screen grabs came from. And then, I don't know, right around here somewhere is where the other camera quit detecting it. But to me, this is really interesting because it was kind of coming at me from what I estimate to be, I don't know, when I picked it up, it was at least 2-3 miles away. But it quit coming at me and started going up. It's not flying across the sky at this point, it's flying up into the sky. And so I don't think it's fading out as far as, losing its intensity at all. I'm just really convinced from having watched its flight path that it's just getting extremely far away. I don't know if this is one of the things that the astronauts have seen before when they're on the space station up there. I saw a really neat image that you don't get to see very often on the internet of them photographing an orb, for lack of a better term. And I don't know, this might be one of them. But as you can see, the camera stopped picking it up after a while. I mean, it was so far up there. But again, you can see this ribbed construction here, in my opinion. But it is flexible to the point to where it can change shape and color, I mean, in a nanosecond, obviously. And here again is where I think the vortex generator is, or the torsion field um, hole, if you will. And you can see that ribbed construction. So I don't know what it could possibly be, but I appreciate you having a look and subscribing if you do, and be sure and take care out there, and we'll hopefully get to do this again sometime. Thanks again. Appreciate it.